Guys, welcome to another episode of Bricks and Kicks, and this segment is engine blowouts. Now, the last engine blowout we did was an inline 6. Very complicated engine, so it blew out easier. I've dumbed it down a lot. Bigger engine, but much more simple. It's an inline 8. Come and take a look at how it works. So, each cylinder is a circle, obviously, and it's 4 studs by 4 studs. 4 studs wide, 4 studs long. Now, the key thing to this engine is this wall segment. Now, these wall segments have absolutely no cracks or divots as standard Lego bricks on top of each other. This allows for maximum smoothness and minimum friction. Friction, if you have all of these, that's a lot of friction, and that really wears out your Lego bricks, and it makes it harder to operate your engine. But since I have all these frictionless Lego wall elements installed in here, there's very little friction, and my engine runs much smoother. Just listen to that. That's the sound of ingenuity right there. Alrighty, so if we get this taken apart, or at least popped off its stand, you can see the inside. And the inside, this is the crankshaft. This, of course, has a crank rod that's attached to the piston, which goes up and makes the engine look really cool. In a real engine, the piston powers this, which then goes straight out to the output, and so on and so forth to the transmission and all. But in this Lego, these pistons, they're just for show. They actually don't power the engine. The device on this end powers the engine. So, when you get all through here, make sure that there's no checking or breakage inside it. Let's put it back together and go to blowout. Alright, we're back, and let's blow this thing to pieces. Now, the thing we're going to be using to power this is not a Lego motor. Why? Because they just don't give you the torque or the power. So we're going to use a drill. Gotta love that sound. Alright, so let's get the drill hooked up. We got our timer right here. We're going to time how many seconds it runs on full maximum. Got a Lego stand here to support the drill. That way we don't bend our Lego elements. Let's get it all tightened up. Make sure it's properly secured. Get that stand under there. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start revving it full out, because that suddenly breaks everything inside and it hinders the engine, and the engine doesn't perform as well. So we're going to slowly rev it up to full max. Now, when that happens, then I'll start the timer, and then we'll begin the countdown. So let's get started. Countdown begins now. Wow. That was 14 seconds. And the cylinders were still going strong. That's great. Let's look at the damage. Alrighty, so we're here at ground zero. And it looks like... how many broke? We have... 1. Is that it? Is that all the cylinders? Usually on my engines, the cylinders are the first thing that break. Only 1 cylinder. That's fantastic. And what truly broke was right here. This is the power shaft. Just so much power. Totally bent this Lego rod. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power that the engine takes. And look, if you still roll it, the engine still works fine. Of course, it's got the cylinder slagging up and down. But in the end, you can still hook it up. It'll still work great. So I gotta say, that is one good engine. Let's go to the outro. Alrighty, guys. So, all in all, the engine, very simple. Much more simple than my previous inline 6. Now, if I made my inline 6 like this, it might have lasted a little longer. But I didn't, so this will just have to beat it. This lasted 15 seconds. The inline 6 lasted 14 seconds. And this roughly, if you round it, lasted 15 seconds, more like 14.75, and it was running on full maximum. The Inline 6 I was babying it. It didn't run at full max, only to the very end. And that's when it blew up inside. This engine will be very easy to fix because only one cylinder head really broke. That's this one right here. So, all in all, this is a good engine. Make sure to like and subscribe and share our videos and comment below what engine you'd like to see next. As for now, this is Brix out. Have a nice day.